Hi guys, Tracy here with One Blessed Step, and today I get to give you the update on what is going on with my weight loss journey, how much weight have I lost during perimenopause, and just share with you all of the tips and tricks that I am learning to get me where I am. Is it a slow process? Yes. But most people who are in perimenopause are gaining weight. So I don't want to gain any more weight. I want to lose weight, and that is like unheard of when it comes to perimenopause. So I'm working on it and making progress, and I'm excited to share my progress with you. If you like these videos, give this a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. We have a lot coming. Okay, so this month, February, was the most dramatic month ever. Not ever, but in a while. Maybe not in a while. In the last 3 months, it's been dramatic. So there have been a lot of things going on, and normally during this time, I would have gained a lot of weight, mostly because I would have been using food for emotional comfort, to give me a boost of energy, to give me a sense of comfort and support. That's what I usually have gone to food for in the past. I am working on that, and did not do that as much this month, and so we'll see that progress here at the end. Okay, there's also been a lot of drama, like drama going on in my life. So one of the things that happened was that right at the beginning of the month, we had been moving to Tucson. That's where we wanted to live. That's where we had our property. That's where we had our RV. We were living in our RV and loving life. We also put money down on a tiny house because we were told that it would not be a problem for us to move to Tucson. Unfortunately, there's a lot of stuff going on with Lonnie's job. He works in the government, and so we were told that we needed to get to Phoenix immediately. So it is really difficult when you've been kind of creating a space for yourself and then having to immediately move and undo all the work that you have been doing for the last few years to kind of set up a life conducive with your work environment, or the life that you want to live. And so we ended up just packing up everything, rushing to Phoenix, making sure that we were had everything that we needed here. And then we actually took a vacation that we had planned to take months ago. So we had planned, we purchased, everything was ready to go, and we took a trip. Now, usually during trips, I also gain weight because I usually like to try the local foods, or I'm, just having a vacation, just kind of getting away from it all. So I did expect to gain weight when I got back from vacation. Good news, I didn't. And again, I think it's because some of these things that I have been working on with my nutritionist. So took a vacation. Then I came back from my vacation and immediately went back to Tucson to get everything that we needed and bring the RV up to Phoenix to sell it, since we're going to be here, and this is like the easiest place to sell it from. So the RV is currently in storage. For the last 2 weeks, Lonnie and I have been really working hard to organize a space for us to live comfortably here in Phoenix. So we're excited about that. If you want to see our budget videos, I'll go into more detail about what it's like to live with 4 adults here in Phoenix. So check that out if you are interested. But we are finally at a place where I think this is literally our first full week of kind of somewhat new normal for us. And so now I can start getting back into things, because since this whole whirlwind of activity has been happening, I haven't been going to dance class. I haven't been working out. I haven't been doing red light therapy, which I love. And I just haven't done a lot of these things that are really helpful for me and my health because of how quickly we needed to move. So normally during all of a kind of upheaval like this, I would have turned to food for comfort. I did not do that. Instead, I just, obviously doing a lot of praying, still continuing my Bible study, but also implementing the things that I am working with my nutritionist on. So for those of you guys who don't know, I work with a nutritionist. I meet with him. Right now I'm still meeting with him weekly. I'm hoping to kind of move that out to every other week or once a month. Now, my nutritionist visits are covered under my insurance policy, so I pay a good premium for my insurance. So if you want to see that, check out a budget video. But as part of that premium, visits with a nutritionist are included with no copay. So that's been a blessing. And I've been able to work with him to start implementing things in my life that I think are really going to move the needle and have moved the needle so far. So one of the things that we worked on initially, and I told you this in a previous video, was to work on my prebiotics. And so I use a supplement from Lift Mode called GOS. And it's the cheapest that my nutritionist has found. I talked about that on another video. So that's one thing that I have been starting to implement to improve my gut health. I do believe it's working. I don't have like extreme cravings for sugar like I did before. That doesn't mean I don't have cravings for sugar, but they're not as extreme and desperate as they have been. So that is a positive for me. I can tell you right now, if I eat, I'm still not ready to eat just one cookie for some reason, but if I eat 2 cookies, I can be done. But I'm still working on it. We all are work in progress, right? So all to say, the GOS supplement has been really, really helpful. During my travel, I decided that I would just purchase one meal each day. So I would purchase lunch, and we would have lunch at a decent restaurant. Well, a local restaurant probably is the better way to say that, instead of like a McDonald's or a Burger King or whatever. We would go to a local restaurant, we would eat the food, and then we would either snack for dinner. Yeah, that's pretty much what we did. We would have like snacks for dinner, and these snacks were good snacks. So these are like local candy stores or local chocolate stores, or, we were really having fun just checking out different places. I may include a video on that. I have some footage. I just haven't had a chance to do anything on that space. But if I do, if you'd like that, let me know. I'm happy to share that wonderful, wonderful trip with you. Just let me know if you're interested, and I will work on that video. But all to say, we went, we ate out, and then we snacked, but I didn't purchase. Very rarely did I purchase a breakfast. If I purchased a breakfast, it was like, let's go try the donut place, or, let's have a sausage and egg. So pretty low expensive type things, but it doesn't mean that I wasn't eating breakfast. Sometimes I felt like eating breakfast, and when I felt like eating breakfast, I would eat breakfast. That's one of the things I work on with my nutritionist. I don't like eating breakfast. It's not my favorite thing. I like to fast from the nighttime all the way until noon. It's just something that I really like to do. I think it makes me feel better, but sometimes I'm hungry. And so one of the things that I'm working on with my nutritionist is being mindful and really thinking about, are you hungry? And if you are hungry, what do you want to eat? Now, of course, when you're on vacation, you don't always eat the things that you should be eating. And we did have a lot of fun experimenting with the local donut places. So it was really great and fun as well. So during that time, I really practiced my mindful eating. What do I mean by mindful eating? That means before I eat anything, I really think about, do I want it? While I'm eating it, I'm not watching TV. I'm not playing on my phone. I'm really focusing on the food. And then I eat the food, I taste the food, I swallow the food, and I think about it, right? And I have an experience with the food instead of just shoving it in my mouth, which is what I normally do. So mindful eating was really, really helpful on my vacation. The other thing we implemented just recently is adding what's called golden milk to my routine. I will put a recipe. I'll do a video on the recipe so that you can see it. But that has been really helpful. It's got turmeric, cinnamon, and milk, and black pepper, and ginger. And that is really helping with inflammation, which is probably why I got some really good numbers. Again, I'm about to share that with you. So these are the top 3 strategies that I use this month to actually lose some weight. Next month, I'll be working on some labs. So I'm going to do some blood work. We're going to get some new minerals and vitamins into my routine that are good. We are having discussions on whether or not, the CVS brand of vitamin supplements is working for me. So I said I'd be open to everything. And one of those things might be trying some new vitamins and minerals, and we'll see how they go. I'm going to get back into my routine of dancing. I did go ahead and purchase a membership to do dancing with some of the senior ladies, which I am loving. They are so good, and I am such a novice when it comes to them, but I will catch up. And I will also be going back to my Planet Fitness membership and be doing my total body enhancement, which I love. That's the red light therapy with the vibration plate, at least 3 days a week. And I will also be doing my weightlifting, which is so important as we continue to age. We really need to continue to work on our muscle and our strength. I will also be focusing on fasting and low carb. Those are my goals for this coming month, and we'll see if we can make some even better progress. So, without further ado, the weight that I lost for February is I really can't believe I lost weight this month. I lost 3 pounds. 3 pounds. That's more than I lost in January. I am so surprised, and I really think just learning not to use food as a comfort has been really, really helpful. So that is that whole mindful eating where you stop, you taste your food, you put your fork down, and you eat the food, and you just focus on the food. Or if you're with somebody, you eat, and you can focus on the person you're talking to, put the fork down. That way you are really experiencing the food and enjoying the food that you're eating. So I am so thrilled that I lost 3 pounds when normally I think I would have gained like 10. So I'm so thrilled. I also want to let you know that my total weight loss on this journey since the end of last year is this. So I've lost 8.8 pounds. Yeah, some of you might be like, that's not a lot. But you know what? In perimenopause, it's a lot. And I think that it can be discouraging when we look at the scale for weighing ourselves weekly and it's like -1, up 3, -2, up 1. That can be so discouraging. So I do try to weigh myself just once a month. If I do a mid-month weigh, then no big deal. But I try not to weigh myself every day. I know there are some studies that say that you should, but for me, it's just too stressful. So I just kind of try to weigh definitely at the end of the month and then middle of the month. I didn't do any measurements this month. I'm going to try to do measurements quarterly. So all to say, you guys, what an amazing month to lose weight for me. I am so thrilled. So even if you are going through a really difficult time, if you incorporate some of the things we talked about, taking care of your gut, mindful eating, the turmeric recipe, that might help you out. So consider those things. They're not that hard to do. They just take a little bit of intention and focus. And I'm super excited about incorporating more of these strategies next month. So we'll see how we do. We're going to continue the same strategies and again, work on those other ones that I shared with you. So until then, I hope that you have an amazing month, and let me know if you are using anything or doing anything that is helping your weight loss this year. I would love to know and learn from you as well. Have a very blessed day. Bye.